beautiful and romantic floating city of Venice stretches across hundreds of small islands in the Venetian lagoon in northeast Italy. It might be expensive, but Venice is somewhere you should visit at least once. So I want to find out how to get the most out of the money you do spend. I've flown 2 hours to Venice and then driven 40 miles south to Chioggia to investigate an unusual but clever money-saving suggestion. How about a boat that is your hotel, your restaurant and your water taxi all rolled into one, and then you can navigate your way yourself around the floating city? That's the theory. The question is it really a good idea to let a Bradbury loose with one of these? Ciao, Paolo. I'm renting a Penichette boat for £1,700 a week, which is just £40 a day when you split it between the 6 people that can sleep on board. Now that's a bargain considering that some Venice hotels charge up to £1,000 a night. Perfect for families or groups of friends, it's cosy but has everything you need. Well, almost. Ah, fantastico!
Fantastico.
Not going on a boat without bog roll. What, are we going that way? It's really easy to drive the boat yourself. We're off. But as I'm on my own and shouldn't be trusted, I've got Paolo to help me out.
Perfect, Capitano. Very nice.
I like this.
Okay.
I'm the captain, yeah?
Yeah, you are captain.
That's perfect.
Right. More right, please.
We're heading 2 hours north to Venice, and by the time we arrive, I'm ready for some breakfast. Daily life in Venice is dictated by water, with most activities carried out by boat. So it's great to feel part of that bustling experience, although there is an issue with parking. Now, I had thought that I could moor up the boat and then go for a little wander. But just like London or any big capital city, you're not allowed to park anywhere. So Paolo's going to drop me off, I'll have a wander and he'll come and pick me up later, which is what you'd have to do if you were here with mates. Do a bit of a swap.
Grazie, grazie, gentilissimo.
Grazie. I'm heading for the Piazza San Marco, a focal point for tourists where you'll find the Basilica di San Marco, Europe's most exotic cathedral. It's also home to 2 18th century coffee shops. If you're looking for a reasonably priced breakfast, then San Marco Square is not the place to come. Cappuccinos, €8.20. You need to head off the square. Nearby, you'll find lots of cafes where a cappuccino will cost a more reasonable €3, so you can enjoy a cheaper breakfast. It's easy to walk between the major sites in Venice. In fact, in just 1 hour, you can walk right across the whole city. I'm heading for the famous Rialto Bridge. Now, I've got to get dinner for tonight, so I've come to the Rialto market, which has been hustling and bustling for over 1,000 years. But I hope the fish is a bit fresher. Look at that. Stripy pasta, a little bit of everything. Let's have a taste. Grazie. It's always cheaper to self-cater on holidays, and cooking with fresh and tasty Italian produce is a real treat. Perfect.
Grazie.
Grazie mille. Ciao. That looks good. Nice white fish. Lovely.
Ciao, grazie.
Ciao, grazie. €4.30. That's a bargain. Pleased with my purchases, I make my way back to meet Paolo. Ciao, Paolo. Apart from the Grand Canal, you can travel almost everywhere by boat. You're free to set your own route, and my top tip to get away from the crowds is to head to La Giudecca, a long island just south of Venice. So just 10 minutes on the boat, onto another island, and look, there's nobody here. All the crowds of Venice, and oh look, there's one person. Where is everybody? It's very pretty though. I'm here to check out a novel way of making a bit of pocket money whilst you're in Venice. State-of-the-art Venice holds still life classes for their art students, and they welcome amateurs as life models. So I thought I'd give it a go. I mean, it can't be that embarrassing, can it? What I didn't realise was that I had 2 choices. Either to be a life model in the nude, or I would be given something glorious to wear. And this is it. What do you think? I've kept my shoes. I've got my shoes and my jeans on. I think I'll get away with that. Hello, everyone. You can earn £10 an hour for life modelling. Veteran model Laura gives me some tips.
The most important things are your legs.
That's quite comfortable. Okay. How long have you been doing this?
7 years.
7 years? Wow. Sitting still for 7 years? I can't even manage an hour. It's very hard to stay still.
3 minutes left.
3 minutes. 3 artistic minutes. Finally, the time is up. I can't feel my hands. I tell you, that is not easy. It really isn't. For me, it's a nightmare because I'm like, fidget there, fidget there. I look like I've had a night on the tiles there, don't I? You see, I think that does look... I mean, I know my nose is big, but is it that big? Really? Well, it's not a bad way of earning some cash, but keeping still and keeping my gob shut is not my forte. As night falls, I moor up at Santa Elena in East Venice. Mooring costs vary in Venice. Some are free and some cost up to £60 a night. One of the big advantages of having a boat, of course, is that you can do your own cooking. All right, admittedly, it's not the most enormous kitchen in the world, but it's got everything you need. And it's much cheaper than a restaurant. Jim.
Cucina.
Cucina. Venice is famous, of course, for its gondolas, and tourists pay up to £70 for a 50-minute ride. But I've discovered an economical and, I think, more fun option. Gondolier lessons. Jane has set up a gondolier school for tourists, costing just £38 for 2 hours. And I'm giving it a go. Rocky road. There are 2 rowing positions, one at the front and one at the back. Gianni has come along to help steer the back whilst I learn the ropes up front. So you have to move your wrists.
You have to move your wrists a lot. Your oar should be flat, and then you twist it in.
Right.
And then flat, yeah, like that.
Okay.
Good.
I give the back position a try, but it's not easy. Twist it. Ooh. So Gianni takes over whilst I just sit back and enjoy the scenery. Much easier. This is what Venice is all about. The boat is great and it affords you a lot of freedom. But as you know, you can't get into these canals. So this is the trick. All too soon, my time is up. I would recommend that. Absolutely. Yes, gondola ride, but learning how to row a gondola, that's a skill. This has been a fun trip and I've seen Venice in a new way. I found ways to get the most out of this city without spending a fortune, and I never thought I'd say that. It is a special, unique place and you should come once in a lifetime, and this is a really good way of doing it on a semi-budget. And you're afforded lots of freedom. It's your own boat and you can go wherever you like.